that I'm cute, and I know it.
Hey, wonders will never end in this life. Hey, now wow. Anyways, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Victoria Ayodele Fash. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. For a returning subscriber, you know I love you, you know I appreciate you so much. Thank you for always coming back. I don't know why this man is gushing all over me today, but I don't blame him. If I were him, I would gush all over me too.
You're stealing my lines. Why are you
I know it's
original? Create your own. You're stealing my lines.
Oh my God.
What can you do without?
What can I do without
Yeah,
you? So
even my
much.
lines you're stealing.
So much.
I know.
Don't be feeling yourself.
I know.
Anyways, guys, so
okay,
as you guys can tell by the back and forth that has been going on, I have this my assistant that does not respect his madam here in our midst. Can you introduce yourself?
Namaste.
Namaste, namaste,
Morati Galonki. All right. Hello everyone. What do I want to say now? It's a pleasure to be here to serve Oga Madam. It's your Ebu PA.
Can you tell us your name?
Wole.
Your name is Wole.
Yeah, PA to
PA, my PA. Anyways, hi guys. So based on the feedback we had in our last video, you guys, commented. You said you loved, our conversation. You guys enjoyed it, and I am so grateful for as many that watched that video. Thank you guys so much. So since you guys loved it so much, we decided to bring it back again. So this is again an uncut. Well, this video will be cut because we've talked too much in the beginning, but of course from where it started it will not be cut to the end. Well, hopefully. Anyways, just scratch that. Okay. Anyways, we'll try not to cut it, but I'm here with my husband today, and today we'll be having another heartfelt conversation. This is just us just conversing and talking, not necessarily scripting. It's unscripted, right? Just us, having our gist. Before? I don't script normally, so yeah. Anyways, guys, so today we'll be talking about, based on, since we all know that, their experience, they have like years of experience in waywardness. They used to is no longer wayward. God has delivered him. But based on his experience, so as a single,
you want to leverage
as a single Yoruba angel, I shouldn't say something else.
You want to leverage on the experience you're castigating.
Well. Anyway, so yeah, we have come to bring Mr. Fash to share his wisdom with us on the topic girls men don't want to marry, okay? Or certain types of girls men don't want to marry, not necessarily dates, right? There are girls, in our last video, we're talking about there are certain kind of girls that men just wants to sleep with. In short, someone actually left a comment that, actually she sent me a DM. Oh my God, I'll try to respond to your message. I don't know in this video, if not in this video, another video, but she was talking about the fact that all the guys around her just wants to be friends, and none of them actually want to date her. It's either they want to be friends with her or they want to sleep with her. And then she was asking if there's something wrong with her. Okay, so we'll discuss that in Truth and Tales podcast. If you are not subscribed to Truth and Tales podcast, go and subscribe, because you are very, very wrong. Okay, you are very, very wrong. Are you subscribed to Truth and Tales podcast? If I bite your nose. Okay, guys, so let us get into the conversation for today. So she mentioned that, and then I think it was from our video when I was talking about the fact that when I was single, so many guys just wanted to they wanted to debe, but but yeah, so we mentioned that there are certain kind of girls that men just want to sleep with. There are other kind of girls that men know that, okay, this one is marriage material, right? And I know in the last video we were trying to identify what the difference is, but we couldn't get so much into it. But in this particular video we'll be focusing on what kind of women do men avoid to marry based on your own knowledge. Now again, everything he's saying is based on his own, because everybody
quite subjective.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying whatever I'll be saying is quite subjective. It's based on maybe how I feel or what I think.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily, it's not foolproof. It's not in watertight compartments.
Yeah, because some people might want that.
Of course.
We're talking about normal guys who
just generally, at least more generally, yeah.
More guys would prefer to avoid. So those kind of girls that guys prefer to avoid, right? So okay, so let us start. Tell us the first kind of girl, right, that you as a single guy, let's start from you now, let's leave generally. You as a single guy used to avoid, or you just know for a fact that this person, I cannot marry her. What kind of girl is that, basically?
Aside from I think the list is plenty. It's not
just tell me one.
But at least
first.
Okay, let's take it
one after the other.
Let's say a girl that is too out there.
What do you mean out there?
I'm very conservative. I don't like certain things.
Am I not out there?
No, you're not. You're a church girl.
Church girl?
Yes.
So you mean a girl that is not a church girl?
No. There are some people who are they are still conservatives. They are still withdrawn, or they are not too out there. They are not too okay. When I say out there, maybe if I define it, you're the party loving type. You're the overly friendly with plenty guys. All your, I mean, you roll like a guy. There are ladies like that they have guys lingo. They gist like guys. You're a very good friend to me. But I don't think I can even. I'll just take you like my guy. So
that's surprising, because I feel like the way they say guys are always attracted to well, not attracted, but guys always want to be around their friends. So guys always want to marry someone who is like a friend, like a buddy to them.
No, you're my friend. You can be my friend. You get, as a lady, we can roll, gist, and talk about myriad of things. But if you're too on that extreme, it can't work for me, because I want someone that I can see like a woman, or like my woman, not like my guy. Do you understand? So if we have too much of my guy vibe, there won't be. I mean, I've had friends even then that we are that close that he somehow closed anything, the potential. In fact, it was impossible for me to see them that way.
Wow. Okay, wait. So I think you're talking about two different points. Initially you said I'm a church girl.
No, when he asked about you, that are you not out there, and I said no,
but that's different. You can have a church girl who can be your buddy. You can have a church girl who you can be attracted to.
Okay, well, that's
so. I feel like those are two different points. So let us start with the one that you emphasized on.
Oh God!
I know there are plenty in your head.
Right. I don't know how to describe it, but I'm sure a guy can relate with what I'm saying.
So it's like a guy. She's always acting like a guy,
having
dressing
guys
like
lingo.
a guy.
No.
Always doing guy.
No. Also my guys.
So you guys,
shaking my hand, snapping fingers. I like you, die. But that's the end.
But you can. But we shake hand and snap fingers.
Now.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
So you mean if that was how I was before you asked me out? Interesting.
I'm not sure this thing will be this.
Okay, that's what he says now.
But that's
him. That's why I asked the first question for him, right? But generally for guys, now you've talked about your own one issue for you. Generally for guys, what is one of the things that guys avoid from who they want to get married to? Not necessarily who they can't date, but who they want to get married to.
Thank you. If I want to borrow from something pretty common, which is some women have savior complex.
Savior complex.
Yes, they have the savior complex, and what I mean is they, depending on I know too much, so let me not use but that one. But when I'm saying savior complex, they why are you looking at me like that?
How can't I look at you? Are you not mine?
No, when I'm looking at
I don't want talking.
When I was talking and I don't look at the camera, you don't look like you wanted to enter inside.
I wanted to enter inside.
That's why I was like,
you are feeling yourself too much.
No, it's not that.
Go ahead.
Maybe it's because you're not wearing your glasses, yeah.
Maybe. Because even I can't see you. That's why I'm looking at you here.
So savior complex, they see you as some damaged goods that needs to be fixed. So they have an image of you different from who you are. So say for instance you're a very playful, friendly person. They have an image of a composed you in suit and tie, speaking impeccable English, a well-mannered gentleman, and they'll start trying to school you into becoming that person. Everything that they consider not necessarily good enough or whatever for their image of who their husband or partner should be, they start molding and conforming you to that thing, and they come in two forms from what I've seen. Some of them are overly aggressive. Some of them are just subtle and relentless. The ones that are overly aggressive, sometimes it's easy for you to see and quickly dodge. But you see those ones that are very subtle, that will be talking like, oh, babe, you need to develop yourself. These are these. They won't make you look like it's bad things. So you will probably not get it early that this person has come to dominate your life. But
Well,
there are
do you
people
call
like that.
it dominate though? Because I mean, when you got married to me, you envisioned me better than I am.
Yes.
So when I got married to you, I also envisioned you better than you are. So I was marrying who you are, right? But I was also marrying who I know you can be.
Yes.
Right? So, and I know that I would play a role in making you that person.
Okay. I will help you answer the question. Are there things about me that you know you can't change and you're not trying to change?
Bad things about you, or
Not
things that I
necessarily
consider
bad. You know, these things may not necessarily be bad. It may just be you. Say, for instance, if I'm very good at talking, I like to gist, I like to, so maybe I'm even trying to be a broadcaster or all those kind of things. Do you understand? So I just like to gist. I gist in a dramatic way. There's nothing bad about it, but it does not conform to you want a husband that is calm, cool, and collected. So you know there are people like that if their wife may like them for it, like, oh, my husband is so friendly, so you get. So it's not a bad thing, but it just does not conform to who you think your husband should be, or who you want your husband to be. There is room for improvement, get me right. You can improve your partner in one way or two ways, but you must, I mean, at every point in time, there are certain things, mannerisms or whatever about our partners that we know that I don't, but it's nothing. You learn to deal with them and all that and all that, like that. Those are the kind of
Okay,
things.
so if I get you now, you're saying a woman who wants to change you,
obsessed with changing,
obsessed with changing
Yes.
you, or making you to fit the image of the perfect man that she has in her head.
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't think that's healthy, right? But I still do believe that, you know, just like you also said, we are supposed to make each other better.
Yeah.
Right? You're becoming a better version of yourself. But one thing that I've come to also realize is that even the men that most women are attracted to, they want the cool gentleman. Most men that are, like that, they grow to be that person, right? You cannot force the man to be that person, because when you're trying to, and I like the word you use, because that was where the confusion, we always say you're obsessed with changing him.
Yeah.
You want him to be this perfect person that you know him not to be before you before you guys became one, or
it even flows beyond the man most times. It enters the
Even
children. No, I mean, when the woman takes that role, usually it comes to even regulating the children, doing a picture that comes to mind is this Desperate Housewives. If you remember Brie Van de Kamp, you see how she was.
Yeah.
That's the kind of woman I'm talking
so
about.
like a woman who is obsessed with a perfect image.
All those kind of things.
So men generally run away from those kind of women.
And if the man is even like that, the two of them will repel each other.
Well, I think that's true, Sha.
Because
and I think,
it's a controlling streak.
Yeah. Okay, so a woman that is controlling, that wants to control, or that's different aspects.
There are two different things. A lot of women, or if you check, at least in Africa, most of our mothers are controlling, but through subterfuge.
But they control it to their child, not to
even
their husband.
to their husband. It's through subterfuge. They are not confrontational about it. Let's say, for instance, like one of my lecturers painted an illustration.
Yeah.
The son told her that he wanted to take a step. Advised her that no, do it like this. Tell your father this way, that one. So when the son went to the father and told, the father came and said, the boy wanted to do this, I said this. The mother said, my husband, you are very, struck his ego. He didn't need to know that she's behind all the orchestration. Do you understand? That's what our mother does.
But that's not controlling. To me, that's just wisdom. That's not control. It's just wisdom. It's like trying to know, because that's what we are supposed to do in relationships and marriages, right? Trying to know how to get to your husband and how to get to your wife. How to speak in, so why are you doing your man like that? How to speak to them in such a way that you don't
have to. Okay, no.
They would. Yes, now.
What I'm saying is you don't have to defend it. This is
I'm not defending.
This is the thing. We've talked about it before. Like every married man knows in certain things he doesn't call the shots. But he has the appearance of the one calling the shot, and he knows.
Yeah.
So, but it's the woman calling the shot, but she's smart about it. So she's not put it into the person's face.
In his face.
So it's not controlling in the negative sense, so to speak.
And that's what I'm saying. Controlling is mostly negative.
All right,
the person is controlling. But I think it's just wisdom for you to know how to tick my husband. You know, like there are certain things I will ask for my husband. You know, that I have to ask in a special way. And I'm sure there are certain things you can ask for me, but well, I think we can ask anything from each other, honestly, at this point of our relationship. Right? Yeah, but the older you get, when kids come, you need to, know the styles.
What I think I do mostly is timing. I never ask for something I'll probably not get. So I time anything I ask. I don't ask just because I want it. I also watch for the time to ask so that I'll get it.
Me?
Yes.
Ask me?
Yes.
I don't think there's any time you can ask me for anything that you won't get it.
I know, but...
Because you can never ask me for anything and I'll say no.
But there's a perfect time for everything.
Well, if you say so. Yeah. Anyway, so now we've talked about a lady who is like a body, who wants to be like, you want to be like the guys, Guys will most likely friend zone you if you're always like that. So what would you advise for a lady who wants to be your friend, but also wants to, but also wants something more? Like, how then do we balance? Like, how do we... I don't understand. So we are trying to be friendly. We are trying not to be all pushy and, being all up in your face and everything. And then we're trying to just be like the guys and be friends and all of that, hoping that you will notice us. And then, like, how do we win?
Well, it's not a contest. You don't have to win in that context. But this is the thing. People should... There's a guy that likes her for that thing. Do you understand? If you ask me, most times the problem is something controversial, which is that women prefer to go for who they like, not who likes them. So when she goes for that kind of a guy, the guy may not necessarily like that. But a guy that likes you, because I've seen things that I've seen in other women that are not necessarily bad, that in my head I'm like, oh more, nothing female me near this woman, but the husband like that thing die. Do you understand?
Yeah, I mean, we're speaking about one recently.
You get the point. So you have to learn to think like a guy, not necessarily. I don't. I'm
think
afraid,
like a guy and act like a woman.
Yes, I'm afraid. I don't want to say conform because it's crazy. I'm not asking any woman to come. I won't even advise that you change who you are, but you should go for who appreciates who you are or likes you for who you are. So you should know from the back of your mind. You should know how. When I say think like a guy, you should know the man's thinking process and all that. Not all guys, women are natural caregivers and certain things. So a woman feels like when she shows a man affection, she's almost thinks she's entitled to
affection too.
Yes, an equal measure of response. But it doesn't often happen like that because man's thought is linear. The man is thinking, okay, you're a very good person, I like you so much, but you're not what I want. Do you understand? But if she's with someone that likes them, I mean, I remember there was when I've not seen her in church for God knows how long, but I remember we had a singles fellowship when I joined the church. And there was a lady that came out and was talking, and she was saying she likes to talk, she's this one, she's that one, anybody that...
come again. She likes the way you talk.
She likes to talk.
Oh, she likes to talk.
Like this one, anyone she's gonna date that doesn't like that will just kill her. One thing. In my mind, I'm like, hey, oh Lua. Like, there's nothing wrong with her. But she was too much.
For you.
Yes. Now, but there's a man
that will love that.
In fact, there's one of them, I will show you one day in church, that she was like that. I used to look at her like, if you see the man she married,
it's calm.
Very calm.
I think I know her.
She even said it the first time she gave birth that, this man is God sent husband to her.
I think I know her.
On our, and you may know her, but she had given the testimony.
No, I know, because she's still like that. She's still very, very extra.
Okay, if you remember one day when they were doing child education, after child education, Pastor now said, she now said, Papa, I'm back for you. Pastor
I
say,
remember.
Go back for your husband.
That's go back for your husband. I remember.
Like when I look at her, I still saw her in church one. Okay, I can't say what she said on camera. I can't say what she said.
I know she's extra, but her husband is like, come. Like, so you're saying that you don't like that kind of that's not your own taste.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, but there are some men
exactly. So a lady should be able to identify that who she is. There's nothing wrong with it, but she's not the right fit for every man. So she shouldn't try for every man. She should try for her man.
All right then. So so we digress. Now let's come back. We're talking about women. So we just talked about the last point. Men don't want to marry. Okay. So what would be the last points that you give, like generally that you think?
I think the woman being a liability.
When do you mean liability? Because I hear men saying it's a liability.
Yes. Because
a woman is not, providing certain things. Doesn't mean, she might be, providing in other aspects.
Okay. In our father's time, they never liked it. But it's a bit different from now. Now it's even worse. Men are much more aware that they don't want their partners to be liabilities. And liability does not necessarily talk about ability to earn money and all that alone. The thing is, 21st century living requires a lot more than mostly what you studied, or sometimes it even is more than what you're doing. You have other business, you have business interest, you have investment, you have things. So because of the fast pace of our living, you need a confidence that you can operate at almost the same intellectual level. So before our fathers, what our fathers were taught is, or I don't know, at least the image they have was Alpha and Omega, like everything die and rest with them, like they are all knowing. But now, because of our life and things a man needs someone he can come back home to, and most men won't talk. But the ones or the time they choose to talk, if the woman does not have ability to identify with and prefer workable solutions at one time or the other, it can be a liability, because there's a way that your burden is shared when you talk to someone and the person understands what you're going through, identifies with it, and
can prefer solutions.
Even if it's yes, and the solutions come and it's perfect. It's not thought about and all that one. Sometimes it makes it whatever. In that way, it's a sort of contribution to the home in terms of resources and all that. Then of course, because of the pressures of modern living too,
economy, dollar. Do you know how much dollar is now?
So two good heads are better than one.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm earning $1 million per month, and my wife is earning $1 million, that means we have 2 million. There is no way 2 million is not better than one.
Of course.
Do you get the point? So now, because of all of the economic pressure, needs that need to be met and all that, in a country like Nigeria with the rising inflation and all that, whatever you're earning cannot undo what it used to undo. And even if you cut your expense, food is on the increase, a lot of things are on the increase. So so
a man needs support.
The support system has
Hold
to be
that thought. Okay, so since we're talking about support, which honestly, like I said, this is unscripted, but I was going to talk about this later, but since we are talking about it now, I think this is the best time to talk about our sponsor of today's video. Yes guys, your girl is now having sponsors. Our sponsor of today's video is Skillshare, right? You guys know that I mentioned that I was trying to upskill this past couple of months. Now it's been a while now. I actually tried, because honestly, we all know that tech is the new word. As far as I'm concerned, tech is taking over the world, right? I studied communications in school. My course is not irrelevant. There's communication role everywhere. However, if you want to earn, because I'm tired of earning in naira, I don't know about you guys, I am tired of earning in naira. I want to start to earn in dollars. Of course, I'm earning in dollar already, but I want to improve it, because how much is dollar now? Dollar is now almost 700 naira. If it does not even enter 700 naira, you understand? So it is very important. Before you need to get a skill that is on demand globally. Now there are a lot of jobs that are available like globally. You can be in Nigeria working for people in the United States. I have been in Nigeria working for companies all around the world. Okay, you guys know that for the longest time I was not going to the office. I was literally in my house and I was holding 2 jobs. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the time to upskill, especially if you want to be taken seriously by guys, so that when they are talking, you can talk. When they are bringing their, when they are bringing their dollar, their naira, you're bringing your dollar. You understand? Because nobody wants the liability. So anyways, all right, so you guys know that I started a course. I mentioned it in one of my vlogs. If you have not been watching my vlogs, well, I mentioned in one of my courses that I wanted to venture into tech, right? I started a class initially in March. It was a live class, but at a point I couldn't just follow through, and then I paid a lot of money to go for an on-site class that I was attending, and work was just overwhelming. There was no way I could juggle all of them, my job and doing that, and the class is ongoing. Nobody's going to stop and pause for you. Yeah. So it hasn't really been easy. However, until I discovered Skillshare, right? Before they reached out to me, I've heard of Skillshare actually from another YouTube channel. They were talking about it, and I went to check out the platform. It was really, really interesting. The kind of courses.
I think I even have an account on Skillshare.
You do, really? You see? So when I went there, the amount of courses that they have.
Yeah, that time that I was looking for
all those courses, right? Yeah. It was just amazing. Like, you can learn UI UX from like amazing instructors that will take you step by step, give you everything, tell you the materials you need, tell you what you need to get before the class gets started, and it's just pure. And you can, I think what I really love about the platform is that you can do it at your own pace. You can learn at your own pace. Again, we need to earn. You need to be able to know a skill that is globally needed, right? And for me, that is tech, right? So I started a course on Skillshare, but before I get into the course, let me just tell you a little bit about Skillshare, right? So Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of online courses and members across 150 countries who come together to find inspiration and take the next step in their creative journey. It is a place to get inspired, to learn new skills, and to put them to work in impactful ways. So whether you're a creative, or you have a curious mind, or you're a lifelong learner, a beginner, a pro, or a dabbler, this platform is definitely for you. You get to learn so many skills on Skillshare, including web designing, UI UX, graphics designing, video editing. I actually started taking a course on video editing. There are so many courses that you can learn, and these are skills that will be useful for you everywhere in the world. Like, these are skills that are on demand everywhere, and you get it on one platform. And what I truly appreciate about this particular platform is that you learn at your pace. Okay, so there's no rush. Like the classes I was taking, that if I miss one class, I have to go and learn. And you see, one thing about tech classes is that once you miss a class, you have to get that one before you get the next thing and all of that. So but this time there is no rush. You can do it with your job, and you're basically just upskilling so that you remain relevant, and no guy can come and use it to do shakara, right? Or be saying that's a liability. Okay, because now the world has gone beyond what you read in school or the certificates that you have. The skills that you have, employers want to see what you're able to give, right? So I know people who study medicine that they are into IT. In short, I know so many accounting students that are now into IT, even lawyers that are now into IT, because that's what is really selling. And this is a platform where you get to learn, you get to practice, it's just real time. Okay, so let me tell you about the course that I've been taking. One of the classes I started on Skillshare is Figma UI UX Design Essentials. It's by Daniel Scott, and in this course I have learned so much, because in as much as I want to do web development, I'm also a design lady. I have an eye for design, right? I love good interfaces and all of that, and I have been learning so much on this particular platform. I think it's a platform that will benefit you, and I think you guys should check it out. So there'll be a link on my description box below where you can get 1 month free trial. Now, we're not pursuing you, asking you to go and go and subscribe immediately, but go and give it a try. You have 1 month to give it a try. Start a course that that fits into what you want, whether it's graphics designing, whether it's video editing, whether it's whether you want to do photography. There are courses, guys, in photography. Like, when I'm done with UI UX, I am definitely starting another course in photography, and of course focusing more on my video editing, because I want to give you guys premium editing on YouTube. Okay, whether you want to learn Adobe Illustrator, whether you want to learn graphics design, designing, whatever it is that you want to learn. There are so many courses that are very, very relevant to the times that we're living in that I know for sure will be beneficial to you. All right, so please click on the link below to start your 1 month free trial. If after a 1 month you are not convinced,
after a 1 month,
did I say after a 1 month? Trust me, after 1 month you will be convinced to be able to follow through. Guys, trust me, I have used this platform. It has been so much beneficial to me. One of these days I will share with you what I've been able to design. I'm literally designing a mobile app on Figma. When I'm done, I will show you guys. Okay, come back this time next month and I'm gonna show you, okay, what I've been able to develop. But honestly, this has been a blessing to me, and I know that this will also be a blessing to you. So click on the link below, start your 1 month free trial, and and I'm sure it's going to be very, very, very essential to you, especially now, so that you start to earn in dollar and nobody will be using it to do shakara. Okay. All right, babe, so we digress. Now let's get back to what we're talking about. All right, guys, so babe, back to you. Let me give you back the microphone. So you were talking about guys that want, ladies that will be a liability. So yeah, is there any other thing that you want to mention in that aspect?
And regarding being a liability, well, it's just like that. Be a contributor, either intellectually, financially, emotionally. Just be a contributor. Do not
don't just be a figurehead.
I mean, I hear this thing every time. I just want to relax and be taken care of. I mean, it's a nice idea. I mean, all of us want to relax and be taken care of, but there's nothing that will, no matter how invested a man is in you, if you give him that vibe, that everything, I mean, even when we're talking about marrying someone that loves you and all that and all that, if you give him the vibe that is just going to labor in vain,
yeah,
there's nothing that ends a relationship faster than that. Even married people for many years, when the day they mistakenly find somebody who become that peace, that's why you see married break up at middle age and all that and all that and all that.
So I think it just really helps, right? I know, initially when we're talking about, you're saying like there are men who want their wife to be, to be there while they will be up, and the man is the alpha and the omega of their life. And then you see the lives that those kind of women lead. Nobody wants to be that no woman. Well, I don't know about you guys, but normally no woman, no matter how much you're giving to me, that I just want to be that person that is just, your own is just to take care of the home and take care of me. You don't have any business. You don't have any business in terms of, the things I'm, preferring solutions to me with things I'm going through, or all of that.
It's just like a homemaker.
Yeah,
and homemaker in the sense that almost it would have been like a paid homemaker if they weren't sleeping together.
So that's why you need to learn a skill. Even if you want to stay at home, you don't have to stay at home and do nothing. You can literally stay at home, be a graphics designer. You can be a stay-at-home mom, doing YouTube, doing video editing. There's so much. I mean, there's so much that you can do, even whilst being a stay-at-home mom, that can bring in little money into your pocket. And who knows, right? There are a lot of people. There's this lady, I can't remember her name now. I remember then when Telegram was just starting. She was like a star on Telegram. Now she's talking on TED Talk. She's doing all of that because she's a stay-at-home mom, full-time stay-at-home mom. She just took her phone one day, did a video, and people just seem to like her content, right? I am here doing YouTubing when I'm also working. This is extra money for me. You don't want to know what YouTube money has done for me. You understand? So always take advantage to skill up, even if not for anything. When your husband gets there, and then you are now, imagine we had one president in Nigeria, right, that his wife was not up to par. And the wife was always a subject of ridicule on social media. I don't want to be that person, right? So you don't want your husband to get there, and then you are like, you cannot even speak to your husband's friends. When your husband's friends' wives are around, you cannot talk because you don't know, you're not even trying to catch up. So no, I mean, most men now in 21st century men, with everything that is going on in the country, no man wants to marry liability. So it would be nice, if the course you're doing now, if what you studied in school is not doing it for you, or there are no opportunities available, this is an opportunity. Skillshare is an opportunity for you to be able to learn, to improve on your skill, and to be a better version of yourself, right? Okay, so I guess this is where we'll end this talk for today. Thank you so much, baby. You want to continue?
Okay.
You want to continue? I can leave you here to continue now.
No,
all right, guys.
Sorry.
Until we meet again, my name is still Victoria Ayodele Fash, and I leave you in the humble hands of Mr. Fash. All right, bye. Continue now.
I caught the way, the impression you gave.